Respected President of ICSI, Sri Manish Gupta, Vice President Sri B. Narasimhan, Secretary Sri Ashish Mohan, Council Member Sri S.K. Kejriwal, very dear members of the Company Secretary Fraternity, students, professors, distinguished guests, and Banglar Bhai or Banara. It gives me immense pleasure to stand before this distinguished gathering of India's corporate professionals, the company secretaries. I would like to share two secrets with you at the beginning. I was a member of the Indian Administrative Service, IAS. In that capacity, I had also been chairman and managing director of some of the public sector undertakings. I had the opportunity to work with chief secretaries and company secretaries. May I tell you, some of the company secretaries are much smarter and efficient than the chief secretaries. And second, being on behalf of the office which I am holding, I used to get invited to so many functions like this. I used to go also. But may I tell you, this is one of the most dignified and most decorous functions I have attended in Kolkata. I also remember a slight discomfiture which I had from one of my company secretaries. I was at that time heading one of the Navaratna companies. We had a very efficient and smart company secretary. When the Parliament committee came, I asked the company secretary to take care of all the arrangements. He was very smart. But I will come and give all kinds of instructions here and there, all micromanagement. Then he told me, sir, you can sit in your chamber. Why? Sir, if you have a dog, should you bark? If you have a good company secretary, leave it to him. He knows professionally how to run the organization. That is professional competence, which I could gather from the company secretaries. You are the warriors, corporate warriors of the nation. See, from dependence through independence, we have reached a stage of interdependence. Anything which happens anywhere in the world has got ramifications everywhere. There was a time, during the days of colonialism, there was a time when the corporate boardrooms took decisions about how nations should be. We have the great corporates of old, the British East India Company, the Dutch East India Company. It is in the corporate boardrooms that decisions were taken about how the political situation, the geopolitical situation should be, how the global economy should be. Then, of course, it was replaced by the era of the governments. Now again, after the globalization, we are all in a global village where decisions are taken not only in the cabinet rooms of the governments, but in the corporate offices, their boardrooms. There is the importance of the company secretaries. You are the professional arm of governance. When we are speaking about good governance has been defined by the United Nations. The 9 parameters of good governance. India is also a signatory to that. There, the need for professionals like you is on the increase. I am glad that you have got also overseas operations. Yes, this is the time when India is reaching out. From the last point which I am occupying now, there was a time when the Governor General told India, Britannia, Britannia rules the waves. Now, Indian professionals have proclaimed to the whole world, India leads the race. And you as company secretary Kudos to you. Anything and everything that is happening has global ramifications, I said, to come to the lighter way. When Mr. A.B. Vajpayee was the Prime Minister of India, there was an international dinner hosted in Hyderabad House for the heads of states and heads of governments, prestigious occasion for India. There, as the dinner was going on, an Indian waiter dropped a plate of meat, much to the embarrassment of everybody. Vajpayee stood up and he said, "This act is symbolic of the present-day world order." An Indian waiter dropping a plate of meat which had international ramifications. Vajpayee said, "What does it mean?" "It means fall of China." Plate was made of China clay. Spread of Greece, dismemberment of Turkey, and disappointment of Hungary, shame for India. So everything has global ramifications. Therefore, I appreciate that having with a lot of farsightedness, you have been able to create overseas institutions and overseas collaborations. India is going to lead the world, and this is reflected in this act which was done by the company secretaries also. Any dispute, I also happen to be the Principal Secretary Labour in one of the most Labour militant states as Kerala. They invited me to settle the many disputes there. I know settling disputes outside the court, that you call the alternative dispute resolution. Okay? ADR. ADR is very important, very, very important. See, in every house, we have an ADR system. The husband and wife quarrels, mother-in-law will be there, maybe mother-in-law is the cause of quarrel, or grandmother will be there, or granny will come from somewhere else, settle the score. I remember in my village, we had a couple, excellent couple, both are teachers. One of them is a rationalist who doesn't believe in God. The lady, mother, she is highly God-centric, always goes to the temple. The young child, this rationalist will say, Darwin's theory of evolution and things like that. The mother will always be praying to God. But the young child asks him, "Mommy, what is right?" When I ask Daddy, he says, "Children come from monkeys." When I ask you, you say children have come from heaven. Which is right? She says, both are right. Daddy is about his family, I am speaking about my family. So alternative dispute resolution is very much innate there. Society is going through because of that. And that's why the United Nations said, family is the strongest democracy at the heart of society. So your alternative dispute resolution mechanism and arbitration. Arbitration, of course, is one of the most sought after ways of solving disputes these days. But arbitrator, one quality about arbitrator is that he should not be arbitrary. It's like the governor. Governor is a person who does not govern. Speaker is a person who does not speak. That's the beauty of democracy. Arbitrator should not be arbitrary. I remember in the forest, there was a big dispute. The Lion King. The Lion King kills all kinds of animals. Once the animals went with their dispute redressal mechanism, they asked the king, "Oh, Your Majesty, we all need food. We all hunt. We are all getting food from the place. Can't we all hunt together? Hunt for our existence. Why hunt everybody, every animal?" Yes. They said, "You be the arbitrator. You decide." The lion thought, okay. So the lion, all of them hunted together. A big deer was hunted down. The arbitrator, the lion, said, "Divide it into 4 pieces. 4 parts, yes. The first part belongs to the king of the forest, right? Who is the king of the forest? Your Majesty, you are the king of the forest. So first part is for me. The second part is for the leader of the hunting team, right? Yes. The second part, who is the leader of the hunting team? Your Majesty, you. Second part is for me. Third part He is for the animal who has to protect all of you. He needs more food. Who is that animal who protects all of you? Your Majesty, you are there. Fourth part is there. Whoever has the guts, take it from me. That should not be the arbitrator ways. Now, in public sector in particular, of course, you are the conscience keepers of the corporate world. You should be able to say this much and no further, whether they like it or not. So it is said, advice is seldom welcome. Advice is seldom welcome. Those who need it the most, like it the least. Those who need it the most, like it the least. But keep on advising. That is your role. The pros and cons of what is going to happen. That you have to find out whether the boss likes it or not. This is the basic thinking in corporate governance. But there, mere advice, that's also dangerous. I remember in the younger days, we had a principal, a priest. He is a very nice man, very affectionate to all of us. But he has a problem. He will advise everybody. He will advise the students, advise the teachers, advise the parents, advise the local people. One day, CC might notice, when he goes to this school, a young man leans against a big two-story building, keeps on smoking throughout the day. So the principal thought, I will advise him. He went and asked the young man, how old are you? 25. How many cigarettes do you smoke a day? 60, 70. Since when did you start this habit? So since the day I could hold a cigarette between my fingers. Then he said, calculate and say, with this money, you could have purchased this building. You know, the two-story building in the The young man asked, sir, do you smoke? No, I don't smoke. Have you purchased this building? No. But last week I purchased this building. So advice is seldom welcome. Those who need it the most, like the least. But still, it is the job of the professional managers, professionals like you, to see that the right advice is given at the right time, in the right manner. That alone will improve the situation in the corporate world. Compliance is important, as you know. Now, there was a time, defiance of the law, defiance of authority was considered to be the mark of efficiency in management. No more now. No more now. I think it is a duty for the company secretary to, a company secretary should know the way, would show the way, and go the way. Know the way, show the way, and go the way. That is what makes a company secretary. I have done so much about this. And I have something to share with you from my personal experience. Before taking up this job, I was principal secretary to the chief minister. The chief minister was very keen that something very, very momentous should be done to the tribals of the state. So he asked me, Bose, you find out something, a very, very important project which will benefit the tribals of the state. So I called the secretaries, the collectors, there it is, the district collector, not district magistrate, and the chief engineer, all of them were there. I asked them, what is that project which can be given to the tribals? So many suggestions came. The chief engineer said, sir, the tribals have to collect minor forest produce from the jungle. They have to take it to the local market. They have to swim across a river, especially in the hot sun. Why don't you have a bridge across the river? Everybody appreciated. I also thought that's an excellent suggestion. CM was very happy. We gave 10 crores for construction of the bridge. But when it was completed, it was 30 crores, as happens in the PWD everywhere. The day of the inauguration came, all the visual media were there. Chief Minister, ministers, Panchayat members, all MLAs, MPs, all were there. One of the media men asked, this bridge is meant for the tribals. Where is the tribal chief? We knew that's going to be the minor headline tomorrow. Tribal chief was ignored, that's going to be there. So being the principal secretary to the CM, I looked at the district collector, he looked sharp at the Tahsildar looked sharp at the village officer looked dirty at the village man went and found the tribal chief. True to the requirements of the visual media, he gave the tribal chief a long tunic and a wand. He looked like Bengal, stepped out of the annals of the Bible, fit enough for the visual media. The visual media asked the tribal chief, Chief, this bridge is meant for the tribals. Yes. Do you like the bridge? I like it very much. Why do you like it so much? In his innocence, he said, before this bridge was built, we tribals had to swim across the river in the hot sun. Now that the bridge is there, we can swim under the shade. That is the type of development. So many tribal bridges have been built in the name of development. And also the public sector, the corporate world is also doing this. The brief is the company secretaries. You should be able to establish, yes, rules, regulations, proprieties, compliance. Compliance is important these days. In the corporate world, I would say the one yardstick which will measure the strength and the utility and the fairness of the corporate is compliance. And who is the policeman for that? The company secretaries. Now I get an idea. Company secretaries are governors. You know, there is something called speed governor. Speed governor. When an automobile goes at unlimited speed, that is speed governors. Company secretaries are speed governors. So we are in the same league, governor and speed governors. You have a great role to see that it does not over. Now, I don't want to take more of your time. I understand that you are also there, not only in dispute resolution, but also in the encouragement of startups, right? And MSME. MSME, of course, is a very important area. I remember the MSME meet which I had the other day. Yes. Now, I have a request to the speed governors, my ilk. I want some lessons from you. Because you know what is to do, what not to do. You are never like Hamlet, to be or not to be. The company secretary knows MD may be like a Hamlet, to be or not to be. You are the professional to whom he can always rely upon, to be or not to be. I am in such a dilemma now. You know, in one state, not in Bengal, not in Bengal. I should be careful these days. In one state, there's flash floods. The chief minister thought, I should go for an aerial survey because that's the easiest thing to do, you know. You can see so many places, the press will be there, and people will know that the CM cares. The governor said, okay, if the CM is going, I'll also go. He also wanted to go for an aerial survey. And the chief secretary, see, if they are going, I have to go. Otherwise, how will coordination take place? And then the DGP said, in the order of importance, I should also be there. When they went there, the helicopter pilot was missing. Helicopter is there, pilot is not there. So then they sent for the pilot came. The pilot had actually gone to fetch his young son from the school. When he came, he sees the governor, the chief minister, chief secretary, DGP, all are there. Chief minister asked him, please, let's go for an aerial survey. Please get it, start it. And he said, sir, shall I send my boy to my house and come in 5 minutes' time? The chief minister was very magnanimous. Let the boy also be there, no issue. So the helicopter took off. All the way, some trouble was there. The chief minister, having had experience of leading coalition government, he knew what is going to happen. So he said, I have to be there to supervise the relief operations for the flood. So he took a parachute and jumped down. And the governor said, when he is implementing the relief operations, nothing should be unconstitutional, so I should also be there. He also jumped down. Then came the DGP. Yeah, if I am not there, law and order will break down, so he also jumped down. And the chief secretary jumped down with a parachute. If I am not there, how coordination will take place? Then only the pilot and the young boy. The pilot said, my dear son, only one parachute is left. You take it and save yourself. No, daddy. No, I will take care of myself. Don't worry, you jump down. And the boy said, no, there are two parachutes, daddy. What do you mean? There were only 5 parachutes. 4 have already jumped down. No, Daddy, that governor uncle put my school bag on his back and jumped down. So, please teach me how to differentiate between school bag and a parachute. That will decide whether I'm successful or not as a governor. Now, 2 things I have to cut. My discovery is again in meetings. 2 things. I came for some meeting. So many photographs were taken about me. Before I left, they gave me my photograph, very smart looking photograph. I went and showed it to my wife, and she said, better than the original. So, don't give you the photograph of me. Second discovery, sir. As chancellor of many universities, I lost count, I think 50. I go for the convocations. And once the convocation is solemn occasion like this, and of course the chancellor's speech people will listen to, I kept on speaking, and finally, I exhorted the young people. We need educational reform, we need cultural reform, we need industrial reform. A student told me from the backside, but you need some chloroform. Before he said that, I inaugurated. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best.